And whatever we have done is legal. That's what I'm saying. It's in the law. We had lawyers look at it and say, Mr. President, this is lawful. That's all I can tell you. I'm not going to tell you specifically what's done because I don't want the enemy to adjust. We're at war. We're at war. We're at war.
As I watch on my 40-inch plasma screen, I see the destruction of this blessed deen. They try and wipe us Muslims, just wipe us unclean. If you look around the world, you know what I mean. In Guantanamo, Guantanamo, in Guantanamo Bay, in Guantanamo, Guantanamo, in Guantanamo Bay, in Guantanamo, Guantanamo, Guantanamo Bay. All my brothers shackled up, afraid and in pain. In Guantanamo, Guantanamo, Guantanamo Bay. But don't you lose hope, Allah will show us the way. In Guantanamo, Guantanamo, Guantanamo Bay. All my brothers shackled up, afraid and in pain. In Guantanamo, Guantanamo, Guantanamo Bay. But don't you lose hope, Allah will show us the way. Every morning when they wake, and every day is just the same. We live a life in peace, while their lives are in pain. They are steadfast on the deen, inshallah Jannah they will gain. So remember them in our prayers, each and every day. Remember the words of the Prophet, when the Ummah is in pain. Don't let the cries of our brothers go unheard and in vain. Remember all your brothers suffering in Cuba. Let's join in with the struggle as we're part of one Ummah. In Guantanamo, Guantanamo, Guantanamo Bay. All my brothers shackled up, afraid and in pain. In Guantanamo, Guantanamo, Guantanamo Bay. But don't you lose hope, Allah will show us the way. In Guantanamo, Guantanamo, Guantanamo Bay. All my brothers shackled up, afraid and in pain. In Guantanamo, Guantanamo, Guantanamo Bay. But don't you lose hope, Allah will show us the way. It's an attack on Islam, but as Muslims must stay firm. Against the oppression we must stand, for Allah will we surely can. But all we do is watch and see, don't feel the pain, anxiety. Don't know why this is the case, cause we're one Islamic race. No one cares if Muslims die. It's all about me, myself and I. If only we came to understand that to Allah is our return. Muslim honor is down the drain. We are Muslim only by name. The Kuffar and us, we're all the same. The only difference is the name. And what more is there to say? And every day is just the same. And every time you will see Muslims oppressed on TV. In Guantanamo, Guantanamo, Guantanamo Bay. All my brothers shackled up, afraid and in pain. In Guantanamo, Guantanamo, Guantanamo Bay. But don't you lose hope, Allah will show us the way. In Guantanamo, Guantanamo, Guantanamo Bay. All my brothers shackled up, afraid and in pain. In Guantanamo, Guantanamo, Guantanamo Bay. But don't you lose hope, Allah will show us the way. Loves disappeared for the Muslims around the globe, but brothers and sisters are living in no hope. They scream for our help, but they get no reply. We make so much dua for them, we don't cry. Today we're not united, instead we're all divided. Muslims getting targeted, crisis after crisis. Love, peace and unity is what the Sahabas had. So let's all unite for the sake of Islam. Too many Muslims in the world who just ignore the fact. Don't care if Muslims die as long as their stomachs are packed. But Islam provides us a trust in exchange for paradise. Live a life by Islam and awaits the ultimate price of Jannah, where beautiful rivers will flow beneath. and Muslims will live there forever, reside in peace. Muslims all over the world are living in grief and pain, but us in the West live life just like a game. But think of those Muslims who strive with wealth and time and give the ultimate sacrifice and part with their life. There have been those in the past who completed the quest. They're praised by everyone as the best of the best, referred as the guiding stars we must try and imitate, and strive for this deen and be true to our faith. Remember the words of the Prophet about the Ummah in pain. To content with this world we must never remain. In Guantanamo, Guantanamo, Guantanamo Bay, all my brothers shackled up, afraid and in pain. In Guantanamo, Guantanamo, Guantanamo Bay, but don't you lose hope, Allah will show us the way. In Guantanamo, Guantanamo, Guantanamo Bay, all my brothers shackled up, afraid and in pain. In Guantanamo, Guantanamo, Guantanamo Bay, but don't you lose hope, Allah will show us the way.